Arsenal injury news, Odegaard blow, Rice absence, Jesus back. Arsenal injury news, Odegaard blow, Rice absence, Jesus back. Following the international break, Arsenal return to Premier League action on Sunday as they make the trip across North London to face rivals Tottenham. The Gunners won their first 2 league fixtures of the season without conceding a goal, but that momentum was halted with the 1-1 draw at home to Brighton before the break. Here is the latest Arsenal team news ahead of Sunday's North London derby. Takahiro Tomiyasu. Japanese defender Takahiro Tomiyasu is yet to make an appearance for Arsenal following a knee injury sustained in pre-season training back in July. Tomiyasu is expected to remain absent for Sunday's trip to Tottenham, but should be returning to full fitness by the end of September. Arsenal injury news, Odegaard blow, Rice absence, Jesus back. Kieran Tierney. Gunners left back Kieran Tierney remains sidelined after picking up a hamstring injury while away with Scotland at the summer's European Championship. At present, there is no defined return date for the Scotsman, who continues to work on his recovery with the aim of eventually forcing his way into Mikel Arteta's plans this season. Ricardo Calafiori. Summer signing Ricardo Calafiori made 2 substitute appearances for Arsenal before the international break, with 42 minutes under his belt in the Premier League thus far. The 22-year-old started for Italy in their victory over France last week, but returned to Arsenal over the weekend after picking up a calf issue. As the ink was drying on his new contract to remain as our manager, Mikel Arteta wanted to thank our supporters for helping make his decision to prolong his stay in North London an easy one. The boss admitted that he values the affection he has been shown throughout his tenure by our fan base, and that is shared by his players as the bond between those on the pitch and in the stands continues to strengthen game by game. Mikel has appreciated all those Gooners who have stood by himself and the team in bad moments, instead channeling their emotions positively to push us on to bigger and better things. He believes that unwavering support has been one of the biggest reasons why we're once again challenging for the game's biggest prizes. I feel very lucky because I feel loved, he said. I feel respected, but I feel loved. I feel a really special connection between us, and I think the players feel the same thing. When that goes beyond just your work or what you're trying to deliver, that becomes really, really powerful, and I think that's a strong point that we have at the club. They have given a lot in very difficult moments, and that's what made it unique, because when everything goes well it is easy to jump on the boat, but when times are more difficult and we have to get there, and we needed them so much. I think emotionally they have transformed the club and they have transformed individuals, and we are different now. For me, that is down to them. With his future secured, Mikel is now looking forward to the challenge of taking the next step in his team's evolution and winning some more silverware, following on from his FA Cup triumph in 2020. However, he is adamant that any success has to be achieved in the right way, with plenty of hard work, pushing ourselves to limit to maximize everyone's potential and relishing the journey along the way. When asked about what his main objective is now, he cut straight to the case: to win, it has to be that. It has to be that aim, but understanding that we have to enjoy the process. We have to be able to be the best version of ourselves every single day to achieve that. The outcome, we can't control it. The process of every single day doing the right thing, thinking out of the box, our commitment, our determination, how we can win matches from every angle in the game, outside the game. Our determination, our vision, that has to be every single day at the front. Then, the end result, we want it. The margins are so small, and I think we're going to be close. We are unique and we do our things in our own way. The joy of the people, whether they are the players, the staff, the board, the ownership, or the supporters, that they really feel attached to the club and how we do things. For me, this is the biggest value that any club, any brand can have. Then we have to add trophies to that, for sure, and we will do our best to achieve that. Arsenal have received positive news regarding Martin Odegaard, with the midfielder having avoided a fracture in his ankle after coming off injured for Norway during the international break, meaning he won't be ruled out for the long term. According to reports, Odegaard was substituted midway through the second half of Norway's Nations League clash against Austria, putting a cloud over the win, despite the result putting them joint top with Slovenia in Group B3 following Thursday's disappointing 0-0 draw in Kazakhstan. It's the last thing that Arsenal need: 2 massive away clashes in the Premier League inside the space of a week. See consecutive Sunday trips to local foes Tottenham Hotspur and title rivals Manchester City respectively, and given that the Champions League starting up next week. Odegaard will miss all 3 of those games and more. Norway international avoids fracture, but the Gunners will still see their captain ruled out for weeks, Arsenal's Martin Odegaard. However, there is a positive in that the playmaker will not be out for the long term with a fracture, and he could make his return within a month.